I wanted to strangle Nico in this.
World's abuse. I won't give up or refuse. This is how it feels when you're bent and broken. This is how it feels when your dignity's stolen and everything you love is leaving. You hold on to what you believe in. Que no pare la fiesta. Don't stop the party.
Well, that's a way to start off an episode. Hi everybody, so obviously we're going to be reviewing the Son of Neptune. And yes, I'm going to get this out of the way now. I did want to strangle Nico. And Hera. And Iris. And Iris's helper, I can't remember the name of. And Reyna a little bit. And Mars / Ares. Especially him. And a couple of the giants. A couple of the other gods. And Termedius. And you know a lot of people, okay? Like, a ton of people. Why? Because they didn't tell Percy who he was. I was sitting there, like, for half this book, I was sitting there just yelling at the book, going, Percy, remember! I was also mad at Percy. I mean, he was on the list, because he just, like, accepted half this stuff. And, Percy! Why didn't you remember? Although he did remember Annabeth's name, which was so sweet. I loved it. Fangirled so much about that, I'll tell you, I'll be honest, I did. So anyway, the Son of Neptune, okay. So, the Son of Neptune, continuing, coming off of the Lost Hero, we are going to Percy's side. He's safe. That was my first reaction. I was reading the first page, and he's like, I've been running from monsters. I'm like, oh, you're safe, Percy. Good. Like that. And then when he went to New Rome and did that awesome water thing, that was so cool. And then seeing that, like, side where actually people didn't like him too much because he was the son of Neptune. Well, side of Neptune. Same difference. But that side was rather interesting to see. And then, so the story of Percy Jackson in this one is that he has to go and help, New Rome free death. Yeah. Free death. We're just pulling from all the myths here. And obviously, they started off, and it's so much like when he first went to Camp Half-Blood. Oh, that was so much like that. He direct down to, a god coming down and claiming someone. It wasn't him, but this time it was Mars. And I love that he was just like, you're Ares. What do you want? And everybody's like, ugh. I'm laughing. I'm imagining Nico was laughing too. If he did know about that whole Ares thing, but I'm imagining Nico was laughing too. Either that or he was just in the back somewhere, banging his head against something or just face palming the entire time because he was just like, Percy. Pretty sure that was his reaction for this entire book. The majority of this book was that for him. So yeah, real fast, Nico. Okay, I did not see that coming when they went up there to see if they were there. Did not see it coming at all. And then he became our mythological textbook and then saying that, death was coming. And still no one liked him in this one, but it was interesting to see that he was in the same boat as Percy, where no one liked him because of his dad, and Percy was actually, experiencing that for the first time, but Nico kind of really didn't care, probably because he was just like, I'm Greek, you're Roman, so you wouldn't like me anyway. Probably because that was his mindset, but I loved having him show up there, and then he got captured. I agree with him. He was dumb. Why do you don't go near Tartarus? You just don't, okay? You don't! Anyhow, that was the only time that I actually was torn between wanting to strangle him or Octavian. I was like, let's see, Octavian blackmailed Hazel and pretty much threatened Percy, but Nico's not telling Percy who he is. I had no idea who I wanted to strangle more. But I ended up deciding on that one, and I like rereading this book to see the little crush stuff, like, you know, and it's so sweet and aww, and all that stuff. And okay, as for Hazel and Frank and Frazzle, same problem I had with The Lost Hero. This book had it more, the problem more, even though I love this, probably because I have so much fun reading it and yelling at it. And I love all the surprise moments, and there's more Nico. This is kind of the book that I realized how much I really liked Nico. But the same problem I had with The Lost Hero. The flashbacks, they were just too much, especially when it went into Hazel and Frank's, because, you know, Piper's and Leo's were pretty short. These were longer. So much longer. And I legitimately forgot. Like, it's good that I got invested into those flashbacks. I really did get invested into those flashbacks, and I was curious and wanted to hear more. But I seriously would forget about the quest. They'd come back, and I'm like, whoa. Wait, there's a quest with Percy, and we're going to find Death, and okay, right. Gotta remember that that's going on. Like that. So those flashbacks, they're good because I got invested into them, and I liked them, and I liked reading about them, but I wanted the quest more. So when it did come up to the flashbacks, I did kind of stop and go, ugh, more flashbacks. But when it got into the flashbacks, I really was enjoying them, and I was really liking them. And Hazel being from the past, that really, like, is an interesting thing. It really showed that, you know, Hades/Pluto really did not break that promise. I think. I don't want to have to do math. But he really did not break that promise. And how she had to, like, give her life to stop Gaia and delay her plan. And I was just, like, so sad. And then Frank's mom and that weird bear thing. That was weird. And Frank and Leo, like, those are the two guys in this that actually knew that they were demigods from, I guess, when they were born. They didn't really hide it all that. Their parents didn't really hide it all that much. And I mean, Leo can control fire. Not that big of a leap to tell a kid who can control fire that he is the son of a god. Not that big of a leap! But the Son of Neptune, I loved it. I loved the entire story and the, like, race against the clock type thing. This was just more twofold, because this one, it was a race against the clock, but only one way. This one, it was a race against the clock to get there, free Death, and then get back. Because freeing Death wasn't going to solve everything. It really wasn't. And Aaron, I gotta bring this up, Aaron, I love Aaron. Aaron's hilarious. I like that Hazel knew him before, and that Percy can understand. We have never gotten a scene with Aaron in Percy's point of view. Probably for the best, because then this book would not be kid-friendly. Because, you know, Death and mythology is already very kid-friendly. But anyway, besides that, well, the prophecy was fun to see. Nico loved seeing it. My favorite part, though, I gotta tell you, my favorite part was when the giant was taunting Percy and was like, I will destroy you, son of Neptune, and all that stuff like that, and telling him how he was going to destroy him. And Percy was just like, thanks and all, but I'm a son of Poseidon. And that was the point where you were just like, yeah, that was it. But altogether, I like this book. This is one of my favorite books of, like, everything. It's fun. It's the same premise. It's interesting to see these two books, okay? These two books together, comparing them side by side, they're both the same premise. They're trying to save a god, check. There's one person who doesn't have their memory, check. One girl, two boys, going on a quest, check. Trying to stop some monster, check. Needing to do some weird thing to free a god or goddess, check. Yeah, I didn't even bring up Frank's life stick or whatever he wants to call it, that was like directly from mythology, so he better not have that mythological death in there. Like it was a big part in this book, and then it kind of went away in the other books, so I'm like afraid when they come back to combine everything that he's gonna die because of that stupid life stick. But besides that, like I said, comparing these two books, this one I think was just better because it had Percy in it and we had all that nostalgia and we were just screaming at it because we knew what was going on. I have no doubt if Rick Riordan did the same series, but it was Jason Grace and like the Roman gods and that side of it with the whole Cronus Rising thing, then we would have loved this one a lot better and had been screaming at Jason to remember things rather than this one where we would have not known Percy as well. So every time Percy like said something or did something and remembered Greek, we had to of course explain everything and we wanted to yell at the book so much. And I think that's why this one was better. It was more fun. He's screaming at them at the end of the book, and the higher stakes and higher intensity and nostalgia I think makes this the better book out of the two, but it sets it up perfectly for the Mark of Athena, which we will talk about next time. So thanks for watching. Remember, you can also post any thank yous to Rick Riordan you want to say in this video's comments down below. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a link to in the description to the video that I explain it all in. It's the video that I talk about the sneak peeks and where I talk about magicians and demigods, that crossover book. So go check that out, and thanks for watching. Bye!